What is going on, guys? I just want to start this video by saying I feel really sorry for you guys in Australia at the moment. It seems to just be getting worse and worse. It's been on the radio all of today. I've been back and forth, up and down to my locker, and every time I started the van it's been on. So yeah, guys, just to let you know, I'm thinking of you, all the way in the UK on my little YouTube channel. It's devastating, it really is. So yeah, my thoughts go out to everyone currently suffering in Australia at the moment. I just wanted to let you guys know that I and Kelly are thinking of you all. So what are we going to be doing on the allotment plots today? Well, I've actually been here for 8 hours and it's only 1 o'clock. I got here at dark again, way before sunlight. Couldn't sleep, so much on my mind. And I thought, what would be a good idea? To come up to build some more pallet projects, because you guys are really enjoying that series, and to just get some jobs done, like mulching the beds. I showed you on a video how I'd done one, but I never continued. So all the beds, the remaining beds, all still need doing. So it takes quite a bit of time, and the manure has ran out. I literally got 2 wheelbarrows full in the van, and then by the time I went back up, it was like flies on you know what. There was about 15 people and there's none left. So I'll have to wait for some more manure. Hopefully it will be broken down enough. But I've got a lot of work done. I've got the majority of the jobs done that I wanted to get done, way in advance of spring. And I think we smashed it, guys. These allotment plots are looking fantastic. And it's not all about looks, don't get me wrong, but guys, look at the mulch. Weeds are not going to be an issue. And that is priority number 1 on any allotment, is weed control. The allotments are absolutely singing and it's still winter. So guys, you wait until spring, these allotment plots are going to be thriving. Loads of colour, we're going to get loads of flowers and tons of fruit and veg. And I'm going to show you start to finish of every single thing I grow in 2020. So it's going to be really exciting and I just can't wait for spring. So at the moment, now that I've done the majority of the jobs, I was just catching up on some comments. You guys really helped me out on Facebook if you saw that post. I'm not going to go into it because I'm not going to basically give that individual any airtime, but I really do appreciate you guys actually reaching out and taking a step to help me live a bit of a quieter life for a few days. So, it's much appreciated. So thank you all so much. Now, what have I got in here? I've got all my, I've got a lot of my camping and cooking stuff. And I've also been to the shop because a few of you guys in the comments was telling me you need to eat lunch. It's unhealthy to skip lunch. And guys, I do get hungry, but when I've got a job to do and I start it, I've got to finish it. So yeah, this is for you guys. We're going to do a little cook up on the allotment plot. Hopefully we're going to beat a lot of the rain. If not, we'll just run inside the van, which is currently where you are if you can't already tell by the door, which is right here. Bit of a struggle, isn't it? I think it's full of wood chip in the run. So I think priorities are going to be getting the kettle on for a cup of coffee, because I've only had one today, which isn't enough for an 8-hour day, let's be honest. And then we're going to cook some food and have a little chat. Anyone that's new to the channel that might be watching, that's considering subscribing, please do, and in the process click the bell notification, which is on the same screen as the subscribe button. And what that would do is it will notify you when I next upload a video. So that would be brilliant. Thank you very much. Now, some of you guys in the comments was telling me when I accidentally put lemonade in my kettle that I shouldn't have tipped it away, that I should have poured it back in a bottle. Guys, this was already a quarter full, so that would have been some really seriously diluted lemonade. Where's my lid? So you guys probably saw where I put my lid. I didn't see. Oh, it's falling off. Guys, that would have been awful, wouldn't it? Watered down flat lemonade. Although I suppose boiled, someone did also comment that if you boil lemon and water, it's meant to be really nice. I have had lemon and honey mixed in water for a sore throat, and that was actually quite nice. But no, I really wanted a coffee yesterday. I didn't fancy warm lemonade. Sorry guys, maybe next time. So we're getting some use out of our pallet benches now, guys. I've put one just out of shot. I don't think you can see it. Oh, you might be able to see it just in front of the green shed. You probably saw it when I walked you around. And what I've done is I've just put it on a deck of pallet. You know, like the pallets that were whole, they didn't have any slats. And it looks like a little deck. So I'm just going to leave it. I thought it looked really nice. So what have we got for lunch? Bit of a late lunch now, but it's still classed as lunch. Get on the roof. It went all the way over. So most days I will have a protein shake. Not always this brand. Other brands are available, obviously. But this was cheap. It was only £1, reduced down from £2.10. So yeah, I do normally have a protein shake that's quite high in protein. This is actually pretty low, it's 17.4 grams. But I always kick the protein up whenever I'm flat out working, especially doing heavy lifting with the pallets. And not so much the bark, that was more leg work, but the pallets, because they were wet, they weighed about 3 times as much as they would have if they were dry. So yeah, back-breaking work, and just to prevent aches and things, I'll always have a protein as a recovery. Something I've always done really for the best part of about 4 years now, I'd say. I've also been going meat-free, guys. I'm not sure if I've mentioned it, but not to the extent of like, what are they calling it now? January or Veganuary? Vegan January is what I keep hearing about. And I've tried to go vegan before in the past, and I've found it to be quite difficult because I really enjoy my foods. You know, avoiding everything from milk to eggs to all kinds of dairy, and you know, you're limited so much. And I do kind of understand why people want to go vegan, but it's not something I feel I could do at the moment. I did consider pescatarian, which is basically, you know, surviving on fish. But then in my mind, if you can kill a fish, you can kill a cow. You know, they're both living things. So I scrapped the whole vegan thing, and instead I've just been cutting out meat every few days. So in the last 6 days, the last meat dish I had was a roast dinner, and the time before that was on the vlog when you saw me sneakily munching on a bacon roll from good old McDonald's breakfast menu. So yeah, I'm craving it, I really am. But saying that, we are going to stick to meat free. I just want to see the effects it has on the body, really. So today we're going to be having halloumi, which I absolutely love, just fried up with a little bit of crusty bread. Now the crusty bread was £2 in the shop I went into, so instead I got 6 Lancashire oven bottom muffins, and they were reduced to 53p. I'm not going to eat 6, but I saved myself money and I got extra food to go with that, because it's winter. You know, I could have grown some rocket or something, but there was so much going on in the year that I didn't. So we've got watercress, which is my absolute favourite leaf to go with anything really, but I find it smashing with halloumi. And then in this bag also we've got spinach and rocket. So I'm just basically going to just fry some of this up. We're going to dress a nice crusty piece of that bread or muffin, and then we're going to put a little bit of salad on it. I haven't got any salt or pepper or balsamic vinegar, which obviously I'd normally use. Not a lot of salt because the halloumi is packed with salt. But there we go, guys. I am hungry now, but I haven't had a coffee in ages. I just find these a really good deal. I mean, 8 mugs of coffee for £1, and it's not bad. You know, I've had worse coffee than that. And yes, I know it's 3-in-1. You could have got the 2-in-1, Joe. It's New Year. You should be cutting out the sugar. But guys, I really do believe that this is what keeps me awake. And to be honest, I'd say I burn a lot of it off. 25,000 steps in a day. I forgot my digging for dinner mug. I'll be back in a sec. Woo. It's gonna rain, guys. I can feel it in the air. It's definitely gonna rain. Oh no. The shed is still upside down, otherwise I'd be in there doing this vlog. Well, I do like sitting out here. Since this part of the allotment plot has been tidied up and mulched, I'm finding that I'm wanting to sit here a lot more. Now, with a lot of that timber that we've got, I am going to be building more of these beds. We've got 18 raised beds on this allotment plot, and they're all fair sizes, to be honest. You just don't notice them because of the layout of the allotment plots. I kind of wanted a bit of a journey, you know. It's quite easy to look at a square and go, oh, how many beds can I fit in there, which is really nice, and it can look really neat and be usable, you know, providing you leave enough space for a wheelbarrow, which I didn't do the first time round. But I am finding I'm using this part of the allotment plot more, so I can imagine when there's more beds built and the shed is built behind, we're just going to plant up the herb bed, set the polytunnel up, and we'll have a little potting shed and our storage shed, we're just going to call it for now. And my God, are we going to enjoy it. It's going to just be so nice. I just can't wait for a little bit of colour. I'm craving that. Well, I think I've got the winter blues, you know, the gardening winter blues that you get. I want to see some life, I want to see some greenery. That's why I've left the kale. Oh, and the leeks as well are going to come up. I'll probably do that this week. They've been in a little bit longer than they should have been in. And 2 of them have actually got seed heads on. But guys, it's all food, we're going to use it, we're going to eat it. There's me waiting for my kettle to boil and I haven't even turned it on. Is the camera on? Yes. That is a good start. I think I'll have my coffee before anything else. Right, what have I got in my magic box of tricks to prepare some of this food? I think that knife will do to cut the bread. I need a frying pan. Kelly, bless her, she cleaned all of this out before I left and left it all nice and dry by the door as I was leaving, so thank you very much, Kelly. I've got a few extra items that I just tend to carry around with me. I've got a head torch, it's very bright, and I just, if I get here really early and I kind of want to open the shed and the polytunnel and I don't want, you know, rats running out at me, I'll try and scare them off with this first. Sorry guys, my next door neighbour just gave me a call. Really nice guy. They've moved in recently after we moved in, so it's quite nice to have that. It's quite nice not being the only newbies on the road. And at the moment they're having a lot of work done on the house, so they're going to be enemy number one. Lee, if you're watching, mate. But Lee is also a mechanic, and he's done a little bit of work on my van, which is probably the main reason I actually made it to the allotment plot. He discovered that my wheel, I'm not a mechanic, so I'm not sure what the terminology is, but he discovered that my wheel was like about to fall off. And bear in mind, I'm not really a slow driver. He checked it out after a trip to the allotment plot, and I must have been, well, I was doing 70 obviously, guys, come on, you know what I mean? But I could feel it, I could feel a little wobble, but I just thought, well, maybe it's just the van, you know, because it's an old van. But he showed me the video of it, and he could literally move the whole wheel when he had it jacked up, and my God, I'm so glad that he spotted that. But yeah, we're down to one vehicle now, guys, because we have indeed sold the car. But that's another story altogether, having the thirsty diesel as a main vehicle. It's got a, what did he call it? Leaky injectors, I think Lee said. And you can smell it, you know, you can taste it, the diesel. And I said to Kelly, maybe that's why I have my best night's sleep in the back of the van, is because I'm being gassed out. I don't know, but it definitely needs fixing. I'm not sure, you know, how much of a difference it's going to make, because I've owned the van for 3 years, and as far as I'm aware, it's always had that smell. It's just got a little bit worse. But we'll get round to it when we can. At the moment, as long as it runs, which is just about doing. It sounds like it's got asthma. If you've watched the vlogs, I'm sure I've shown you when I've done an intro for a video. I think that is just about boiling now. Oh, I'm looking forward to this coffee. Oh yeah. Put it back on there. I don't often do this. In fact, the last time I done it, I think was when we set the smoker up. When me, Kelly and Otis, bless him, were all on the plot together. So it's quite nice to just sit down and just have something to eat and have a little chat with you guys. I did consider going live, but my data on this plot is not very good. And I kind of got the impression that my subscribers preferred, you know, an edited vlog that was just, you know, clean all the way through. I say that, it's me editing it, so there's a lot of jump cuts. But yeah, not as many as if I was to go live. So yeah, there's no sound issues this way. There's no wobbles, there's no mishaps. So I think I'll just stick to doing this kind of vlog going into 2020. I'm just going to tuck that blanket in because I sleep in the back of the van. I just put a blanket up and I just tuck it into the trim of the van, and it just stops peering eyes, you know. Where's the frying pan gone? Aha. I've got no oil with me because I forgot to bring some. A little bit of wood chip on there for added flavour. I'm going to use one of these plates as a bit of a chopping board. But if we beat the rain, this is going to be quite nice to just chill, you know. Alright guys, if you haven't had halloumi before, you've got to try it. Literally, just slice it thin, put it in a pan, preferably with a little drop of oil just to get it going. Don't touch it while it's cooking. Just leave it alone and you'll start to see it creep up the side. Give it a little flip. When it's brown, it's done. I'll show you, I can't wait. Gonna let that cook. Oh, they smell lovely. I think I'll put that in the pan in a second. So while that's cooking, what else do I bring with me in the back of the van? Well, I've got an entire pot pan set. There's 3 pans in here and a frying pan, and that's also where I keep a spare little cooker head. I've got a strimmer head and a pair of secateurs. I'm not 100% sure why they're in my camping gear. Then we've got things like we've got, you know, a bit of nylon, some guy lines for tying things down, some heat patches, which I find really useful when camping in the back of the van or on the beach, just to stick them to your body and then you just get instant heat. We've got another pot pan set. This has had some serious use camping, guys. There's 3 pans in here. It should be 4. I'm not sure where the other one is. And it also houses the large gas cylinder in there as well. What else we got? We got a quick start fire lighter. I just find it handy, you know, if you need to get a fire going, you know, rather than hitting a bit of flint, you just get a lighter and like that. You know, it's 2020, guys, so you know, I do enjoy, you know, the wild camping side of it. Not that I've done too much of it, but for just on the beach or something, that's ideal, you know, in strong winds, trying to get a fire going. That's a win for me, guys. Oh, we need to check this cheese. Oh yes, this is what we're looking for, guys. Can you see this before the lens steams up. We're looking for just a little bit of brown. That's the caramelization. You'll get it, you know, a lot better if you did use oil, but we're using what we got. And halloumi in my house is a treat. There's the little stove head I was talking about. People who are not familiar with them, because these cookers are quite generic, but for camping or even on an allotment plot, I've got another one of these in the shed. They literally go down to nothing, they weigh nothing, and you just kind of click clack each individual piece of metal out, and then there you go, you've got your little top there to put your kettle on or whatever it might be. But like I say, they go down to nothing and they weigh nothing, and they just click directly on top of the can of gas, so that becomes your stand. I've had this for absolute donkey's years. It's a multi-tool. It's a baby hammer, and that's always been in there. I always take that with me, as well as a lock knife, just because it's handy. And no, I don't carry any of this around with me, guys. It literally sits in this case, in that box, inside the permanent fixed storage box in the van, so we ain't got to worry about road rage. Starting to smell really nice now. I was thinking also it would be quite nice to have some suggestions from you guys for the new series that I'm doing called Pallet Projects, because so far what I'm making, I'm trying to find easy things for you guys to make. Like I made something today, can you see it in the background, that box shape? I've done a whole tutorial on how to make that. That took up quite a lot of time putting that video together, but it was well worth it in the end, guys. That is rock solid. Yeah, as I was saying, the the box that you can see in the corner is it looks like a box. It's a planter. It's a very heavy duty planter that I'm going to be putting some kind of dwarf tree inside in memory of Otis. On that note, I put a post out looking for signs. Guys, I've been so busy, and obviously dealing with some of the crap that you might have seen on Facebook recently. That's still ongoing. What I was going to ask you guys is, my channel might be slightly at risk due to what's going on. I'm not going to say too much because this is not what the channel is about. But what I would like, I'll put the knife down, don't want to get banned for holding a knife. What I want to ask you guys to do is head over to Digging for Dinner on Facebook and just give it a like or a follow. Just a means of contact, really. So if I ever do lose this channel as a result of, you know, what's going on, that's highly likely at the moment, that's actually a possibility, and that fills me with dread. It really does. I find it really upsetting. But I have said that if I do lose the channel, I'll come straight back with the return of Digging for Dinner or something on a brand new channel. And you know, it's really hard to find good subscribers. I mean, you can go out on YouTube and you can sub everybody you see, and you know, get a sub in return. You know, I've not done that. I've done it to the channels that I enjoy watching, and one or two people who basically wanted me to subscribe to them for whatever reason. But you guys, you're like an audience, you know. You're hard to find, you know. A good audience is rare. So yeah, if you've got Facebook or even Instagram, just head on over. It's at Digging for Dinner on Instagram, or just Digging for Dinner in the search bar of Facebook. Obviously I'm the first one to pop up. I think there's nearly 900 people on Digging for Dinner Facebook, and it would just be really great if as many of you as possible could head over and give it a thumbs up. Just the means of contact, really. So you know where to find me if I ever do get, you know, removed from YouTube as a result of what's going on. So that would be, you know, really great, and I would really appreciate that, guys. We'll keep this channel going indefinitely. I'm not too concerned about this. I know I've been chatting for ages. The wind is taking so much of the heat away, but I was worried the flame protection was going to take the whole cooker with it. guys, we're there. Oh yes. Oh guys, you'll have to excuse my fingers, but look at the golden colour on that with no oil as well. And you need to eat halloumi hot, otherwise, oh look at that. Otherwise it goes really squeaky in the mouth. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, we need some bread. Right, let's assemble this little dish. We've got some halloumi going on top of our bread. It didn't quite go brown, but it is, if you can hear that, very crispy. Oh yeah, seeing as I'm the only one here and I'm the only one eating, I'm going to absolutely fill it up. Oh yeah, love this stuff. Absolutely love watercress. I think it is absolutely delicious. Oh, may have put a little bit too much salad on it, but guys, we're just gonna go straight in, sod it. Mmm. Mmm. Oh my god, that's heavenly. Mm. Tastes nicer because we're outdoors. Oh, right. Tastes so much nicer for eating, you know, cooking and eating on the allotment plots. Mm. Cheers guys, Happy New Year. I do appreciate there's a lot of noise coming from me. I haven't eaten since yesterday. That was absolutely delicious. So, oh, we got one more of them to go. Outside the potting shed, I am going to be building some kind of cooking area where I'm going to have the smoker set up. We're going to have possibly a separate grill or something, and we're going to be doing some more cooking videos, especially with the produce that I grow here. I think that would be amazing, and it tastes so nice when you've grown it yourself. It tastes even nicer when you've grown it yourself and you can cook it where you grew it. I mean, how far is a tomato going to travel, you know, before it entered your sandwich? Well, if you took the sandwich to the polytunnel, about a foot. Guys, it's going to be a really good year. I've got no signs of slowing down. I'm just going to keep doing what I do. With the encouragement of you guys and Kelly, there's no stopping me. Right. I'm going to build my last little halloumi stack and probably pack down, tidy up the van, and then head off, possibly back in the morning. Either way, I will be back tomorrow. I'm just not sure on the time. Thank you very much for keeping me company all this time, guys. I'm pretty sure a lot of people around the allotment plot that don't know what I do on YouTube, and obviously the people that walk by must think, you know, I've completely lost the plot, you know, talking to myself for 3 hours a day. But guys, honestly, I know when I'm talking to the camera, I'm talking to real people, so that's what makes it really nice. Thank you very much for watching this video. Like I said, you know, please consider subscribing and head over to Facebook. I'm talking faster now because I'm aware the halloumi is getting cold. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.